What's up, everybody? So today, have a very special guest on that's been on my channel before, and let's bring him on. He is 2022 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Famer. Used to be Darth Fungus, and now he is New York Yanks fan 7. Vince. I was going to say, where is he? He's not here.
Wow, what an intro, Joe.
Do you want to explain to the fans what the YouTube Hall of Fame is?
I'll explain to them what the YouTube Hall of Faces is, because that's essentially what it is. Because unless you show your face, you ain't getting into that club. So,
right.
Regardless of what your collection content is, I don't know. People.
I was actually thinking about how it's kind of an impossible question to answer, so that's why I figured I'd ask you.
It's really the YouTube Hall of popular channels that have sports card related content.
Right.
That's really what.
Good enough.
That's what it is.
All right, let's say hello. So, we got 357 says, "What's up? Wander is the biggest hype in the MLB since Harper. Looking forward to the video tonight." I was watching a video earlier. Apparently there have been about 1 million cards made of every single base. Like there are basically 1 million Wander Francos out there from 2022 Series 1. It almost feels like we are entering a brand new junk wax era, which I didn't think would be I didn't think we'd ever get to the point where we were like in the late 80s, early 90s, but we're starting to get there at this point. So,
well, if there's 1 million cards, but there's 2 million collectors that want one.
True.
Exactly. So.
Yep. Very true. Let's see. Larry says, "Time for you guys to entertain this old guy. Bring on the cards." He's ready. He doesn't want to waste. He's tired of us with all the intro stuff. So
the idle chit chat and the useless banter.
Yeah. He's like, just get to it already. Yeah. By the way, I went to a local card store today, and I got 7 cards. I'm curious as to whether you think I did good or not. So I got 7 cards. It was $130, like nothing too crazy. So these came out to like $18 a piece. So let me know if you think I did. It was from the local card store. So usually you pay a little extra. So
yeah, right.
Here are the here are the cards. So I got this 76. I think this is 76 tops.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat card. Like all these $18 a piece, like on average.
Okay.
Then I got the 78 tops Dale Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of cool. It's Ernie Witt's on there and Lance Parrish. That's a pretty nice card, I think.
Yeah, that's actually not Murphy's real rookie card, though.
Oh.
He has a 77.
It's a 77. Is it an Ernie Witt rookie?
No, it's who was on there with him? I think Rick Cerrone's on there with him. You know Rick Cerrone.
Oh, man, I threw $18 away then.
No. It's still a good card. It just his rookie card is 77.
This one's I know is his rookie, Tony Gwynn.
Oh yeah.
I thought this one looked pretty good.
Yeah,
almost like pack fresh.
It looks centered. I mean, if you pay $18 for that, even if it's an 8, like hypothetically, you still get okay under a normal grading pricing structure.
Right. And then we got some of these cards. When you look at them up close, it's like, they're definitely not going to get it. A 9 or a 10, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Dennis Eckersley.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Second year,
right? Yeah. For $18 a piece, why not? This card was pretty cool. Lou Piniella rookie, like obviously way off center, but that's pretty cool, right? And then I got 2 more cards. I got this Bobby Mercer in a 7. Again, nothing big, but I thought it was a pretty nice haul for. Came out like all those cards for $130 today. I got so these are the 2 graded cards.
I think you did all right. I mean, it's not like you got fleeced or anything. I think you did fine. And honestly, it looks like you bought them because you're collecting them, and really, if you're happy with the purchase, then so be it. But yeah, I thought, that Gwyn looks really good. Although it's hard for me to tell through the camera here just how crispy it is. But
yeah, no, it's decent. It like you said, it's nicely centered. But with all the if you're rummaging through like some old vintage cards, they're not going to be a perfect 10 or anything like that. So all right, let's see. We got Larry says, we already said Larry. What's up? What's up? We got it. Toby. Elbow bump. Is we supposed to do that? Okay, I see $30. Where's the final $100? Yeah, please don't pull out your Greg Jeffries rookies. All right, so what we're doing today is we are doing this is our 5th installment. We have been doing our fifth time doing this video. We started with 40, our top 40 cards, then we did 80 to 41, and now we are at our 200th best card to our 161st best card. The question is, Vince, does this ever end? Because you could do this we could basically do this for the rest of our lives and never actually you could literally do this forever, I think.
I could probably do this the rest of the year. But
we could keep going until you get to cards in your comments box.
Yeah, you probably, if people, so it's funny, the series seems there's an inverse relationship between the popularity of the series and the quality of cards that are being shown now, right? So it seems like the cards are getting worse. More and more people are interested in this program that we're doing. So, but whatever.
Right. So, they love it. All right. So do you want to kick it off with number 200? Let's see what your 200th best card in your collection is. There's no way it's anything good, right? It's probably
it's that Freddie Garcia.
Second year.
It's that Freddie Garcia that I showed you in the very first video as a joke. Now, it's a card that I bought raw that was part of my last PSA sub, now probably over 3 years ago. And at the time, I didn't realize the centering was not so great, top to bottom. It got a 9, but it's Sabathia's rookie autograph.
Nice.
The top to bottom is maybe why I didn't get a 10, although I've seen 10s with worse centering. So anyway, it's a nice 9. It was purchased raw, and I guess when you're buying cards.
So how would you get how would you get that card? That you could actually pull that out of a pack?
No, I believe it was a random insert if you bought the box traded set.
Okay.
So you get an autograph card, I think, of somebody in that set. So totally random. It would come in I think it came in the traded set itself. So it was only pure luck if you open your traded set and you got the Sabathia autograph.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how that worked. I didn't buy the traded set. I wasn't buying cards in '99 really, but
what do you think? Is CC a Hall of Famer or what?
Yeah, I think so.
He's got the counting stats for sure.
Yeah, and he's got a World Series, and I think so. I think people are going to start looking at his body of work. I mean, not a first ballot, but in time, I think he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yep. Number 200 is this one, 1960 Topps Bob Clemente. I think you know the story behind. I got 2 of these.
Yes.
The one I got, I thought I paid a lot of money for one that was raw. Submitted that one, and it came back as I think trimmed or something like that. And then I got the second one, which I knew it wasn't nearly as nice. And I tried to pull a one on PSA. I tried to submit the one that was trimmed and this one together, hoping that they would grade both of them. But I tried submitting it twice. So apparently it's trimmed because it came back both times as trimmed. But this one is it's just a PSA 4, which is why it's number 200 on my list. But
nice,
pretty awesome card.
That's a nice card. It's a nice vintage card too. And you inspired the Sports Card Investor to come out with a video.
Yes.
Which I thought was funny because it was surprising new data about. I said, you know what? I got news for you. That data is not or new. Okay, so especially if you've been collecting for more than 4 or 5 years, right? So
right.
But that definitely got people talking, and it was somewhat amusing, the response.
Yeah, did I have that? Was that one of my cards? I don't even remember if that was that one of my cards.
No, but you were just basically talking about like vintage cards, and they weren't all high end uber, sort of mega stars. They were just like nice vintage cards, and low to mid grade. But yeah, that was, and somebody else followed up with a video response too. So you got the people talking for sure. Okay, so this is this is just probably one of those things where maybe it's a low pop or a low census count for this one. I don't know. This one ended up being Kobe Bryant Topps Chrome from '99 and a PSA 10. His cards fluctuate. I've got his entire Chrome run, and I don't know why some later years are worth more than earlier years. It just maybe that particular day, the way I comped it, it sold for X amount. It could sell for $200 less this week if it was listed, kind of thing. You never know. But
right.
99 Topps Chrome Kobe, just the base Chrome card.
I forgot. How do you keep the comps up to date? I forgot.
I'll just sit there while I'm watch TV or something, and I'll go through eBay sold listings.
Okay.
And then I'll check 130 point for the ones where it's like, eBay doesn't give you all the data because it's like a best offer accepted thing.
Right.
So that's really what I do, is use eBay. It's tedious, time consuming, but
Yeah, vintage card prices is pretty good, but sometimes, especially with modern, actually, it's some of the values are way off. All right. Number 199 for me is the Wade Boggs rookie in a PSA 9. I got this out of a $5 bin at one point. It's not a 10. It's like, a PSA 9 of Wade Boggs. I was looking up earlier. He hit over 315 times. He was pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah. But I just thought it was cool. Like I got that. There was a time where, and this is like, I always think about like, oh man, if I could only go back, 5 years ago or 4 years ago, and you'd pick up like, there'd be cards like that just sitting in $5 bins that you could have gotten for really cheap. But it's pretty amazing that it's in the top 200. I don't know if it should be ahead of the Clemente, but it's still a really cool card.
4 or 5 years ago, you could have got that in a 10 for like $200.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Now it's close to $2,000.
Yep.
If it's not over $2,000 at this point. So, all right. Up next for me is just a rando early 70s basketball card, 1973 Topps Wilt Chamberlain PSA 8 on the Lakers.
Wow, nice.
Just when I went through a little bit of a basketball collecting spree, picking up some random stuff of some stars and Hall of Famers, and I grabbed this one.
I like it. Let's see. So next one for me is Eddie Matthews. I picked out a cool stat here, about, like totally random, but in 1952, he led the league in strikeouts with 115 strikeouts, and he led the league. How many players in 2021 do you think had more than 115 strikeouts?
70%.
Like total. Just throw a number out there.
Well, gee, so there's what, 30 times 20? Is it 30 player, 25-man roster, right? So 25 times 30, so 750 players. I'm gonna say 600.
That had over 115 strikeouts?
Actually, that's probably too many. Let me say 400.
No. All right. Well, now my stat doesn't look as exciting. There were 91 players in 2021.
Everybody's swinging and everything now. So.
Yeah. So 91 players had over, so he led the league in strikeouts in 1952 with 115. He would have been 92nd if he, played in 2021. So I don't know. That is a lot of, maybe not as bad as maybe what you thought. But
yeah, it seems like everybody's striking. The people are hitting home runs that are striking out, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so here we have, again, this is another rando vintage, 1951 Bowman Duke Snyder PSA 7.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's a 7.
That's a 7.
I like that. Duke Snyder.
Yeah, nice looking
Schneider.
card.
Is it Duke Schneider or Duke Snyder?
I think it's just Snyder. He has his 50 Bowman is the same image, just it's shorter. It's it's not as much card, right?
Yeah,
So it's 50.
Right.
But yeah, he doesn't get as much. I mean, I think like he was like second or third most home runs in the 50s, or some crazy stat behind Mantle and Nate. Yeah. So
there's some guys from that era, like Roy Campanella and Duke Snyder, and some guys that maybe don't get as much love as they should.
No, not yet.
Yep. Let's see. Whitey Ford is next for me. This is I think this is my third 1960 Topps card already. I don't know, just totally random, but Whitey Ford, 1960. Best Yankee pitcher ever, starting pitcher ever. Would he be your like if you're putting a dream Yankees lineup together? Is he your starting pitcher?
Probably has to be. If Mel Stottlemyre was healthy and played a long time, I think Mel Stottlemyre might. People forget Mel Stottlemyre because he played on those really bad Yankees teams from the mid 60s to 70s, and he had arm issues and he retired early. But man, was that guy good! But from a standpoint of numbers and stats, yeah, Whitey Ford probably would be
better than Hideki Arabu.
Oh God, yeah, and better than Hideki and Rick Rhoden, and Dennis Rasmussen. So yeah,
you like people don't realize that everyone assumes that Yankees fans like their whole life, it's just everything's just been awesome. But I don't know about you, but like I remember growing up and like my dad used to tell me about how great the Yankees used to be, and we would just suffer through year after year. They were just awful.
Oh, yeah.
And then poor Mattingly, he finally made it to the playoffs. And played one game and then got eliminated, or I guess was it a 5? Was it a? What was it?
It was 5. It was the Seattle series. That was
right. He played in a 5-game series, and then that was it for him. He played in one series.
The tragic thing about Mattingly is that 2 World Series appearances sandwiched his career. Like the Yankees went to the series in '81.
Yep.
He came up and played in '82 a little bit. And then they went and won it in '96, but he was done in '95. So
yeah,
that's like a.
Don't get me started. Mattingly will be in the Hall. Like that's got to happen. Otherwise,
point.
He's gonna get it.
We'll be a little bit older when that happens.
He's getting in.
He should. I like how we're rolling off the vintage and not rolling out stuff from the last 10 years. I have another vintage card here.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. So here's I don't know why I got this. I mean, it's a nice card. Joe Torre rookie from 62 Topps, 7.5.
Oh, damn. I want that card. See, I'm too busy, buying Ernie Witt second year cards.
Joe Torre.
That's cool. I like that.
Bigelow T. So.
All right, for me, next up, we got an iconic card, the 89 Upper Deck Randy Johnson and a PSA 10. This card was going for big bucks at one point during the pandemic. I should have
everything was going for big bucks.
I should have cashed in on the big unit. I was wondering, so you I'm sure saw the ESPN top 100 that list that everyone hated. Did you see that?
No, maybe I don't know. Which list?
They just did a list like a couple weeks ago, the greatest players of all time. It's it's interesting. A lot of people got really angry about it, but that's what people do. They get angry. I didn't think it was a terrible list, but I just thought I was just curious as to whether I think they had Walter Johnson as the best starting pitcher of all time. I think they had Pedro as number 2. I think Randy Johnson was either 3 or 4, but I just wondering, with all those greats, Greg Maddux, Pedro, Randy, any opinion on who's number 1 there? Who you forget Walter Johnson because he's just kind of like that. I don't feel like you can compare him. But if you put, it could be Clemens, Maddox, Randy Johnson, Pedro. Who you got?
A couple. Bob Gibson comes to mind. Nolan Ryan, if he played on good teams, the numbers he would have put up. I mean,
that was actually Nolan Ryan was one of the guys that people were mad about. I think they had him really low. I think they had him in like 50s or 60s, and people were like, by the way, Jeter was like way high. It was really high. People got so mad about it. It was great. I loved it. I loved how angry everybody was.
Yeah, no, that's Bob Gibson, Nolan Ryan for sure. There's tons of others, but
I mean those are fantastic picks. Yeah, hard to really, it's a total. I mean, even Gibson and comparing him to Randy Johnson, it's like never played against each other. How would you know?
Right.
Both very intimidating pitchers.
Yeah, I need more than like 2 minutes to put thought into that to come
up
with
I'm throwing some difficult questions at you tonight.
And actually I posted a difficult poll about like what's the easiest to do. I don't know if you saw my little poll I posted, like what's the easiest to record to break right now? Would it be the 406 Ted Williams, DiMaggio's 56, or Henderson's 130s? I think Henderson's stolen bases would be the hardest thing to do.
I voted. I actually picked, as much as it pained me to do this, but I had to pick DiMaggio. I feel like that is the most, like they're all impossible. I feel like.
Well, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think Henderson would be the hardest to do. I
right.
The hardest
I know what you mean. Like Henderson, I think would be the hardest.
Yeah.
There's nobody stealing 130 bases anymore. That's just not ever going to happen.
No.
So then it really leaves you to like, can a guy hit 406 for the season? I just don't see it. I don't know. 406?
I think that might be the one. I think that would be the lead.
One. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe 406.
56 in a row is I don't know. Yeah. I mean, just like they're all difficult. They'll probably never be broken. So it's kind of like a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever this is. So I'm going to hit you with a football card here. I got the 78 Topps Tony Dorsett rookie card, PSA 8.5.
Nice. That's a rookie card?
That's a rookie card.
I like it. Tony Dorsett. Wow. Yeah.
One of the big 70s football cards.
What year is that?
78 Topps.
78. Wow. And an 8.5. All right. For me, I got the Carlton Fisk rookie with Cecil Cooper in a 7.5. So
nice.
BVG. Everyone wants the BVG. This one actually looks pretty nice. Like I feel like it could get, I could get it, SGC graded or something like that. I don't know if it would be worth it to do that, but I have thought about doing something like that.
Yeah, BVG is, I think might be the least I don't know. BVG might even be least popular than CSG. I don't know.
Right. I've heard a lot of people are now saying that SGC has now jumped Beckett.
I see that. Yeah.
Some people have been saying that, and that's kind of crazy to hear.
Yeah, I can see that. Even some of the prices, especially on the vintage stuff, SGC and the PSA aren't that far apart on the vintage stuff. Right. Modern, a little bit different, but I can see that. Beckett's, I don't know what's going on with Beckett, but seem to be falling out of favor fast with a lot of people. Okay, up next for me, 71 Topps Burt Blyleven rookie card, 7.5.
Oh, that's awesome. 7.5?
Yeah. So when I bought this card, my goal when I was buying 70s cards, my goal was, okay, I'm going to buy 8. 8's my target grade. But at the time I purchased this, the 8 for this, I was like, I'm not going to spend $360 for Burt Blyleven. So I got the 7.5 for like $1.25. Okay, so I'll just deal with the one. Now I've actually opened up a little bit. I have another 7.5 in the 70s. So, but anyway, that was my thought process, and it's a nice 7.5.
That is a beautiful card. By the way, Ron is totally right. I always do the Schneider and the Schmaltz. I don't know what it is.
Snyder.
I know. Well, I guess I know it's Snyder, but I just feel like it's Schneider. All right. So this one, I did I think the chrome in the last one. So this is the tops. So if you're wondering why am I showing this again, I debated whether like I should show this. Do you see this as a separate card from the chrome?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because what I've been doing is if I have two of them, I wouldn't, have this be 182nd and then the next one like 181st, 180th. So, but I did count this as a separate card because it's the tops card.
It's a different card. You got a lot of Ohtani. You've been showing Ohtani's left and right in these videos.
Yeah, I do. And honestly, like I wouldn't mind getting into more of it. I really wouldn't. Because he has the potential of doing it again, I think.
Yeah.
Why not? He has all he has to. I know it's not.
All he has to do is hit 50 more home runs and win 15 games.
Right. But I've been, he's got that advantage, over other in terms of winning the MVP because he's doing both. As long as he continues to do both, people are going to be like, "Oh my God, he's doing both."
Yeah. And he's doing it at a high. He's like a number one starter and a number one position player. Yep. Right. It's not like he's a number 5 starter, stuff with a good, So, I have one Ohtani. I think I showed it a while ago.
The risk is the injury, and that's a huge risk. And so
you might like this next one. This is this guy hasn't swung a bat yet. I think the value has dropped in half, but then there's maybe a news report where he has a good session and it goes up again. It's Yason Dominguez, the Sapphire.
That's all. Yeah, I would. I'd think about selling that.
I don't sell.
I know.
Besides, I'd lose money if I sold it now. On top of. So no, I don't have much exposure to Dominguez. I have this and maybe one other one and whatever.
Somebody mentioned his numbers from last year. It was very underwhelming, I should say. But yeah, the hype is real on him. I actually submitted my I did the Beckett, not Beckett, the PSA. How you could get in for 5 cards at $50 a piece. I submitted 5 cards, and the Dominguez Sapphire was one of them. I figured it's worth it, even if it's $50 a piece. I could get it now, maybe sell it, and I don't know. I want to unload it if I can.
We're not going to know for a good 2 to 3 years.
Right.
Right. So this is more or less just okay. It's a scratch ticket.
Yeah. It's also insurance. You want to own something of his just in case I'm totally
right. I want to own one before it gets where I don't want to spend the money on one if it gets to some elevated level, right? So anyway, so there's Dominguez.
All right, for me, of course, you gotta have the McGuire. This one's in a PSA 9. There was a point where this card was crazy again, just like all these other cards.
Mm-hmm.
But this was in that $5 bin with the Wade Boggs. Of course, I got both of them they were both ungraded at the time. I got them graded, but everyone's got a McGuire. I'm sure you have a McGuire, right?
Yeah, I got a 9. It's one of those cards where the 10s are outrageously priced. So basically, most people have a 9. So I got a 9. It was like $25, whenever that was. All right. So first up,
Jason, I sent you your Gavin Lux. Did you see that video, Vince?
Oh yeah.
So I was doing a PSA reveal, and I'm like, it's the Gavin Lux is probably negative $5 that I would owe. So Jason, we worked out a deal where I only had to pay him $5. So today I put a $5 bill in with the Gavin Lux and I mailed it out.
Well, who gets the PSA 8 Kyle Lewis?
There was somebody that said that they wanted it, But I told him, I said, well, email me your address and I'll send it to you and your $5. But he never emailed me, so I guess he didn't want the $5. I guess it was worth it for him. You have to realize he's taking on a Kyle Lewis in a PSA 8. I mean, he's getting $5, but he also has to now own the Kyle Lewis.
Right. He's got to store it, and he's got to have the plastic and the cardboard. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason was willing to, like, there was one guy that was like, he wanted me to give him $10, but I stood firm. I was like, I'm only going to give $5. And Jason jumped in and said, I will take it off your hands for $5. And you got to stick to your guns, and that's why that's how I ended up with some of the cards I showed you earlier. Like I'm a good negotiator.
So, some of the Cards and Comics, who I don't know if you know Card, he's got a really good channel. It's so hard to get people like that sprouted up in the last year or so. It's so hard to gain traction with subs and views with newer channels. There's a lot of channels that put out really good content, but it's like all the attention now goes to, unless you're already here for 5 or more years, the ones in the last 3 years that have sprouted up in the whole, propaganda and all that investment stuff. Those are the ones that get the views and the followers. And you have guys like Cards and Comics puts out really good content, thoughtful. The guy's very smart, you can tell. And like nobody really watches his stuff in the grand scheme of things. So anyway, he said, any Griffeys tonight? I said, yeah, I got 2. There's the first, I think at least 2. This is the 89 Tiffany and a 9.
Wow, nice.
Just a 9. I know you got the 10.
Yep, I do have the 10.
What a disparity between the 9 and the 10 price.
I thought you were going to say what a disparity in like the quality. Like that looks like a 10 from here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there anything about that card that's even remotely looks perfect to me?
In my mind, I've had mint should be 10. Mint. It's either mint or it isn't. Right. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a ding corner, but if it's a ding corner, then it's not mint. That's
right.
But no, I don't see anything wrong. This is like $24.
Wow. Holy moly.
That's whenever I bought that year, I bought it. This is $24. So.
All right, for me, So what are we at, by the way? We're at number 191, I think, or 192. I'm at 192. So 1960. My 192nd best card is going to be the 1964 Topps Willie Mays. It's in a PSA 4, which is why it's lower on my list because it's a 4. But it is a Willie Mays from the 60s.
All Mays cards. Doesn't matter what the grade it is.
Right.
I've been looking at Mays.
Number 2, according to ESPN.
They pick Ruth for number 1.
Yeah, Ruth was number 1. Mays was number 2. So most lists have Mays as number 2.
Okay. So up next is another Tiffany. And unfortunately, prone to yellowing, 85 Topps Tiffany Puckett in a 9.
Oh yeah. Like, does that have a little bit of yellowing? Is it?
It does. A lot of these do.
Yeah, I guess I see it a little bit now that you've pointed it out.
Yeah, the white border.
Right.
But this is a Puckett Tiffany 9. I have the base 10, which I think I showed last time or the time before. Maybe last time, but yeah. So this actually came first, and then I bought the 10. Maybe I think before the big explosion in prices. So the 10, I think I paid like $300 for like a few years ago.
So if you look on the back, it's like a nice glossy, yeah,
nice and bright,
nice and bright. Yep. I can tell it's a Tiffany. I just wanted to see if it was real.
Yeah, because I'm always trying to pull a scam. You know me.
I think you're trying to win the Smackdown and
trying to win this as best I can.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay. So this next card is not going to win me anything, but Gleyber Torres. There you go, Gleyber Torres in a PSA 9. There was a time where I was like, oh man, I'm a genius for buying this Gleyber Torres because I had bought this before he, I think actually it was when the Yankees first traded for him.
Yeah, me too.
I got to get it, but I got it at a pretty good deal, and then his cards went nuts. But anyway, still a really cool, Bowman first. Hopefully he stays with the Yankees for a little bit longer.
I have that same card. Probably bought around the same time. Well, I have the refractor auto in a 9, which is I think numbered to 499.
Yep.
And I paid $280 for it. And that again, it was before he'd really done anything. And then, like you said, it just went bonkers, and then now it's actually
right.
It's not $280 anymore.
No.
Not right now, anyway.
Yep.
But don't sleep on Glaber. I still think it's one of those cards that could easily, if we did this again in a year, it could be a lot higher on the.
Absolutely. Yeah, a year ago you would have, if you said, buy Ohtani, people would probably look at you funny.
Yeah, right.
See how that worked out. So you never know.
Okay, so here's another. It's a vintage basketball. This is Nate Archibald, rookie from 71, Topps PSA 8.
Oh, nice. I love like the vintage basketball is really cool. 19, what years?
71.
71, okay. 71.
Yeah.
Nate Archibald.
Yeah.
Was he good, Archibald?
He's a Hall of Famer. Must have been pretty good.
Retro fan says he got the Torres as his relic hit. Ugh.
Relic hit. Wow.
Like, it's like I don't even know why they do relics anymore. Like who would want a relic, right?
Yeah. Gleyber Torres, no less, a relic.
Yeah.
Been in the league for like 5 years or less, and you got relics already.
It was probably one of those manufactured relics too. Like it's not even like game worn or anything.
Yeah. Button from his pants.
Right.
So.
Yeah, why would you want a button from his pants anyway?
Yeah, the tag from his jock strap or something. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. So, Rod, I was surprised this made the list. This is only in a 4, but I guess it's, because it's from his 1961 season and it's like, sporting news. I don't know. For whatever reason, based on vintage card prices, it ended up there. But pretty cool card, 61 and 61. So that was an important record.
I think is that a high? I think it's a high number too, Joe.
Oh, is it? 576 in the set.
Yeah, because Mantle is an expensive all-star card from that year because it's a high number.
Did you know that Roger Maris never hit over 40 home runs in his career besides in 1961?
I did not know that.
And did you know that that's actually not how you spell his last name, Maris? It was Maras, and then he changed it to Maris.
I can see why. I mean
I guess somebody would I was reading that they used to call him Mar Ass, and they used to make fun of him like
Morass.
Yeah, and so he changed it to Maris. I don't know if that's the reason, but supposedly that was what some guy on the internet said. So
and whatever you read on the internet is true. So, so here's a card that it's probably one of my favorite cards. It's not overly expensive. It's just really cool, I think. It is a 78 Topps Reggie Jackson PSA 9.
Oh, that's cool. I actually almost bought that card today. It was a 7.5 at the store that I was just at. But he had it as a $60-$70 card, and I was like, that's a little high for a 7.5.
This one is, I think it's somewhere close to 500.
Okay.
So 7.5, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 bucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the store's going to market higher anyway, right? I mean, that's you could have whittled them down if you really wanted it to maybe 50.
Well, honestly, I probably would have, but it was also a little off center. If it was perfectly centered, I might have tried to, but I don't know. I like that picture of him though. Like he's swinging out of his shoes in that picture.
Yeah,
Love that.
The whole Yankees team set from '78 looks great. I think it's like the same game, like all the pitchers from
Right.
I have the Guidry, I have the Munson, there's this Jackson. They all look great.
Yep.
So yeah,
that is cool. All right, for me, I think we're at 189. Phil Rizzuto, 1955 Topps Scooter.
Holy cow!
Were you as big of a fan of Phil, or did you find him kind of annoying?
Oh, I tell you, Cora, she tells me I don't know. Yeah, I met Phil Rizzuto.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, at Saratoga Harness. I shared that photo too. I look like a complete dildo in the picture, because I have a bowl cut and thick glasses from the sweater that I don't know where it came from. Like it's from the 50s. Anyway, yeah. So I met him at the track and I got my picture taken with him and a buddy, and it was put in the paper, and that was cool. That was early 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, it was our local paper. Upper
Right.
state New York is where I'm from.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
Did you like him though as a broadcaster? I know he would. There'd be times watching a Yankees game, and he would be talking about like a cannoli that he had, and and it'd be like, what is he even talking about? Like he would just go off on a tangent. You wouldn't know what he was talking about after a while.
I loved Phil Rizzuto and Bill White, Frank Messer in the booth. Rizzuto, Messer, and White, and then it was Rizzuto and White. I love Rizzuto and Bill White when they were in the booth back then.
Right.
Basically,
I liked it.
Yeah. And Rizzuto left on kind of like awkward terms, I think. I mean, he called Jeter's first home run, but then I think it was the last year he announced. There was some drama there, and I forget the details, but he didn't leave on good terms, I don't think.
I didn't know that.
I could be wrong. I read it on the internet.
Yeah, it might be true.
Yeah.
It did seem like he disappeared and then just like never came back.
Yeah, right. There's no like. Because you think like if he was going to retire, they make a big deal out of it.
Right. Yeah.
Because he's been there for so long, You
never know though. Sometimes these guys like they start to you get to a certain age and like Steinbrenner kind of disappeared too. Like just one day he was just like this loudmouth, owner of the team, and then all of a sudden he just became this quiet person that I was like, what happened to George?
Yeah.
Him like flipping out and and making a big stink about everything, and then all of a sudden he was just so quiet.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Turning the roster over. I tell you though, the years he was banned, I mean, thank God. That's when Gene Michael was kind of like calling the shots and building that dynasty team. Remember?
That's how they ended up winning all the championships.
Yeah, that's how they won. George wasn't involved. George was, Melito Perez, and Jack McDowell, and Mel Hall, right? Oh my gosh. All right, so up next for me is it's a Jordan card.
Apparently, you were right about Phil. So.
Okay. Ron Perry has a lot of information. He's got a lot of info. I've been watching this guy in our chats. He seems to know what he's talking about. So kudos to Ron for confirming that. 94 Finest Jordan, PSA 10, but no coding. I didn't want the coding. I actually looked for a card without the coding because I don't like the letters and crap, covering it. But if you're an investor and that's important to you, then you want the coding. It's worth more, I think.
Oh, you want the coding?
I think you want it. I didn't want it. I like the card. I like it the way it looks better. And he's also got number 45 on too. That's like a thing.
Right. Oh, that's right. We're on the 45. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see. Larry says Bill White said in his autobiography, Rizzuto would just disappear during games and never come back to the booth. Yeah. That's when he was talking, he'd be like, he'd go on such a rant that he'd forget that he was even broadcasting a game, I think, sometimes. Yeah. Even during his Hall of Fame speech. I don't know if you remember, but he just was like, I don't know, it was all over the place.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was great. It was like you could tell it was off the cuff. All right, 89 Topps, Griffey and a PSA 10. This is not the Tiffany, but it is a PSA 10. This is a cool card. One of my favorite cards. I got the Tiffany and the Topps card. But we're down to 180 something, so it's the base Topps. It's not the Tiffany.
One of the best top 10 cards under $50, right?
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yep. Good recommendations by Silverkackify.
Yeah. Somebody put out a video about sports card investor recently. Something sports card radio, very polarizing channel. Anyway, he covered what Jeff told everybody to buy last March. And all the cards are in the shitter right now. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah,
like,
I unfortunately, I bet you if you did like an analysis of some of the cards that have been recommended,
yeah,
you probably could make a pretty scathing video about some of the cards that have been recommended. Because a lot of it's been modern, and modern's gotten hit pretty hard.
Yeah,
and it's gonna, I don't. Anyway, go.
I don't
want to go down the wrong. I don't want to.
All good.
Some other video. They take this clip.
Yeah. Put that can of worms back over in the
right,
corner.
Exactly.
Okay. 85 bucket 10.
Nice. Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris.
Nice. What is that? 60? What number is that? What year?
This is 1961 Topps.
61. Okay.
61 Topps. This is this has on the back the year before Roger Maris hit 61. So let's see, Mantle hit. They would have. It says Mantle hit 40 that year. I guess Mantle led the league. Yeah, Mantle led the league in home runs that year. I thought it was Maris. But I guess
who else is on there?
What's that?
Who else is on that card?
Let's see. It says Mantle hit 40, Maris hit 39, Lemon hit 38, and Colavito hit 35.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of Mantle, my first ever Mantle that was given to me by my uncle when I was in 8th grade. This one got slabbed a PS5 MC. So this would have the value of. This would have a value of a PSA 3, I guess.
Gotcha.
That's how I kind of priced it out. You dropped 2 grades.
No, that's awesome. I have a Cody Bellinger.
Cody, you made the list?
Yeah, Bellinger. I was looking at all right. So I was looking at this. He in 2019. He hit 305, 47 home runs, 115 RBIs. Last year, he hit 165. So what the heck is going on there, Cody?
You better turn it around. I thought I got a deal on his Topps Gold 10, and when it had dropped about almost 60%, and it dropped another 60% too. So I hope he turns it around. I think he's still young enough, and I think he just had some injuries and things, and so we'll see. I think
there's a video I did about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, where I broke down, the best players, based on age, like players between 20 and 25 or something like that, and I had Bellinger really high on that list at the time. And going back, it'd be kind of embarrassing to look at my list, but how would I know? I mean, the guy hit 47 home runs, 100. He was MVP, and now he's hitting 165. How would you be able to predict that on a Dodgers team?
Yeah, you can't predict baseball, Susan. You just can't predict it. You can't predict baseball, Susan.
No.
Only you and I probably know who, and thoroughly people probably know who I'm talking about right there, right? Who the hell knows John Sterling in the chat, right?
Another good Ron Perry quote. He turned into Clay Bellinger. Yelich. Actually, I have Yelich coming up, believe it or not. I have a Yelich card coming up.
All right. So Carlisle, so just so you know, I have no sunburn. I don't have anything going on. It's just this lighting in my camera. Okay. Carlisle wants to give me some aloe. I don't know what to tell you. my ears are white as a ghost, and then I got this going on. I give up. All right, where were we? I digress. Okay, coming back at it with a football card. Peyton Manning rookie, 98 upper deck, PSA 10, and I bought this one over the Topps. I like the way this one looked better. I think the Topps one's a little more valuable though.
I don't own a single Peyton Manning card.
I picked this one. I picked this one to own as a Peyton Manning rookie back when.
I'd love to own that. Manning's awesome too. I like Peyton. I like Eli and Peyton are like, when they do the Monday Night Football, I kind of enjoy it. There we go, Joe Morgan in a PSA 6. Joe Morgan rookie.
What's Colin talking about in the chat here? What the hell is that?
Your dog. With dog yakking in the background still lives in my head. You don't know what that even is?
I probably told the dog to shut the F up or something. I don't know. He's like barking at the UPS guy or the FedEx UPS are our house like every day, twice a day, so the dogs are always barking when they show up, and maybe they're making a video at the time, and yeah.
Maybe PWN is worried. Untreated poison ivy, maybe, or
no, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, is that better? Does that even out my flesh tones a little bit? I don't know. I think it's
maybe you won't. Maybe you're okay.
It's not about me. It's about the cards. Okay, so that's why the lighting's here. Okay, so speaking of the chairman of the board, when I was looking for this card, I was targeting like a 5 or 6 grade at the time, and at the price that it was at the time, it's a lot higher now. But I got this one because just the centering was fantastic. And I probably paid PSA 3 money for this PSA 2 Whitey Ford rookie.
Wow.
But
cool.
I really like just the centering was like, I think, dead nuts. And
wait a second. What are we at? We're at what number are we at? We're at I'm just trying to take a look here. We are at number 100. So your 184th card is a Whitey Ford rookie.
In this case, it is. In a 2 though, Joe. So it's low grade,
Still a Whitey Ford rookie.
Still a Whitey Ford rookie, yeah. So.
184 for me is this Warren Spahn card in a 5.5 BVG too. Not only is it Warren Spahn, but it's also BVG 5.5. So cool card.
You got to put together a BVG crack out sub to PSA kind of thing or something.
Never.
But I tell you though, when they do open their grading facility in New Jersey, I'm just going to drive. Like I said last time, I'm just going to drive my stuff down there. Make an appointment, drive it down, and then pick it up. I'm not going to do this shipping and the insurance and the upcharges and all this crap that goes with mailing your stuff. So whenever that goes, but they are building that facility, I guess, and we kind of talked about that a little bit. So you'll see. I'm a red numbered out of 5. I don't get it. I got to do something about this light. Anyway, moving on. I have a Roger Clemens, not in George Steinbrenner's box. 84 Flair update, PSA 9.
Oh my God, it's Roger Clemens.
Oh my God, John, he's coming back to the Yankees.
He's coming to the Yankees.
Susan, can you just shut the fuck up for once, please, Susan?
that was a good impression, actually. I'm sure he wants to say that sometimes too.
I don't know.
He's got to, there's got to be times with Susan Waldman.
I want to say it.
Put up with that all day.
Yeah.
All right, Christian Yelich. This is the guy I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
The guy, like you guys have never heard of him before. Is this guy, Christian Yelich. He had 2 years in a row where he was like going nuts with like his first 2 years with Milwaukee. He was going nuts, and last year he was not so good. So we'll see where this lands, but pulled this right out of a pack, and then got it graded. Came back as a 9.5 because everything I grade is gem mint, except for Gavin Lux
and Kyle Lewis. You're gonna like this. I know you're gonna like this next card I'm gonna pull out here. 73 Topps Willie Mays PSA 8.
Ooh.
His last card. It's his last card.
You have that as your, oh my God. That's crazy. That's an awesome card. So you know, I'm all about the high grade, you know, I mean, it's amazing that you could still get that, you know, at a reasonable price, but that's beautiful. And the cool thing is that he's with the Mets there, which is, it's kind of an oddball card.
Well, you know, he started with the Giants, New York Giants, right? So kind of brought it back home, play with the Mets. This was a card I purchased when I went through this thing where I wanted to buy the last card of a big, you know, so I bought the 76 Aaron in an 8, this in an 8, and then I got the 73 Clemente in an 8 also. So that was like my thing. I did a little sort of thing. I could have got a 71 Banks. I could have got a 77 Brooks Robinson. I kind of stopped at those 3 cards.
Yeah. So, so he was mentioning, like, I don't know what happened here, but like, how lazy do you have to be with these autographs?
Does it say Roy? What's it say? L plus Y? What is it?
Right. Actually, now that you say that, I think it says L plus Y.
Yeah, some autos are really lazy.
So next for me is Davey Jones. Have you ever heard of Davey Jones before?
Yeah, the Pirate.
No, I played for the Tigers.
No, that one. No, I have not.
Oh, I didn't realize you were doing a joke.
No, the Pirate, you know, Davey Jones locker.
Right. I don't know. I didn't get the joke at first. But yeah,
reference.
I don't know. He was the third outfielder with you know, Ty Cobb and Sam Crawford. He was their leadoff hitter.
Yeah,
so, this is a 5 too.
Yeah, you got quite a run of high grade T206, you know, just cards, you know.
It's like, you know, which one would you rather have?
I'd rather have the red tobacco card. Yeah, without a doubt. I'd rather have Davey Jones.
Oh, wait till you see my next card. You're going to be like, you're going to be in trouble once you see my next card.
So my next card might have been one of the top 10 under 50 at the time. Or no, maybe it's Bonds Topps traded in a 10 rookie.
Nice.
Not the Tiffany.
That's awesome. Barry Bonds' cards have done very well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ron Perry says Ruth, Aaron, Mays each started and ended their careers in the same city but with different teams. Wow, that's like a random fact.
I tell you, Ron Perry is like the Elias Sports Bureau over here with.
Let's see. Carlisle Rude says Davey Jones was a monkey.
That too.
So you could have used that joke too if
I could have used that joke too.
All right. Next up for me is Miggy. You know I had to get to it eventually. Miguel.
What a shame. It's such wasted talent.
Number to 150.
Nice.
So
he needs a new team.
Still, you know, still makes my top 200. But you know, I only paid, like, people like be like, oh, you know, you bought Miguel, how did that work out for you? Huh? But I only paid $50 for it. So like people, you know.
Who was giving you grief over that? Was that Stallone giving you a hard time over that?
Everybody does.
You sound like Stallone there for a minute. Oh. All right. Here's a card I think you wish you had in a 10. You might have settled for a 9 like me.
I like it. I have that card in a 9.
You're right.
Right. Yeah, I don't have it in. Yeah, you're right. I don't have it in a 10.
10s
but I'm okay with that. I think I've come to terms with the fact that
I've come to terms too with a lot of grades.
All right. Next for me is the Griffey Fleer, not the glossy, regular PSA 10. You have this card? You have this card in a 10?
I have the glossy in a 9. Might be coming up later, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think. We'll see.
I'm more of like a perfect gem mint kind of guy. But
yeah.
If you like 9s, then it's a 9s.
Yeah, I don't know why I pick what I do when I do, but apparently I bought that in a 9. you know. And honestly, it's probably like a $25 card, and maybe the 10 was like a $100 card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here's one I was surprised to see. This card just, oh gosh, I mean, I think it comped at around almost $500, somewhere in that range. It's Mariano Rivera's Topps rookie card from '95 Topps Traded.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It was his first Topps card.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who's on there with him? Who's the dude?
Lyle Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Lyle Mutant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mutant, and then who would have thought that guy? Look at Rivera in that picture. Does that look like the greatest closer of all time? Look how big his hat is. The hat on his head, it looks bigger than his head.
Do you know that that George Steinbrenner almost traded Rivera and Jorge Posada to the Orioles for David Wells back in 1996, I think it was?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, talk about changing the course of history.
Yeah, that would have changed the course of history for sure.
Oof,
it's kind of in the same vein as the Gleyber Torres and the Miguel Andujar is the Gary Sanchez. I knew I'd have to get to these cards eventually, but this is actually I still think this is kind of a cool card, though. Isn't that?
Yeah,
cool. The blue border and everything. No,
you're rolling out. It does look nice, and you're rolling out all the Yankees fan favorites. Are we gonna see Clint Frazier here soon, or what do we got? You got the Andujar, you got the Sanchez.
Frazier didn't. No, Frazier didn't make the cut.
Didn't make the cut.
Yeah, I don't even know. Is Frazier even is he still playing baseball? I don't even know.
He. I can't wait. What did they release him? No, he's on the cut. Where the hell is he? He's gone, right? He's gone. I think he's gone. Yeah, he's not with the Yankees anymore. I'm pretty sure they released him. They didn't tender him a contract or something, right? They just let him go, I think.
Right. No, but I think he went to
Chicago.
I think it was the Cubs, maybe. I think it was the Cubs. I think you're
right. Okay, coming in next for me is another base Topps Chrome basketball card from 2002. This time it's Michael Jordan.
With the Wizards.
Yeah, I think I picked up his 2002. I think, is this his last or 2003? Whatever his last two Topps Chrome cards are, I picked up because of that. And
that's cool.
Both with the Wizards.
That must be still pretty expensive, though. I would hope that would be a little cheaper, but I guess not, huh? So if I wanted to pick up, it's going to cost me if I want to get a final Jordan rookie, huh?
Full final Jordan, yeah. I want to say this would be around 500 or so, I guess, at this point.
Right.
I think. Yeah, look at my spreadsheet, but yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, well, Ron, the reason for that is because they're blue refractors. The Gleyber was just like a base auto. This is a blue refractor number to 150, so that's why. Next up is the Pedro Martinez. I was just mentioning in that ESPN. I just thought it was interesting that Pedro was the top guy, like after Walter Johnson, which you kind of can't count, but they had Pedro as the top guy. And I was reading that he had a 1.9 ERA, like that 1999 to 2000 was when he was like at the top of his game. He had a 1.9 ERA over like 430 innings. It's kind of insane, especially at that time, like when people had a regular ERA of like 4.3.
Is Carlisle talking about showing the what's he talking about? He's talking about would you show going forward or backward? Is it because of the Sanchez?
Probably. Well, I mean, it's I'm just going based on what vintage card prices has. So.
Yeah, I know this is what people are paying, right? So
yeah.
How many people are in the chat tonight?
Now we've got 44 in the chat right now.
44. Wow.
44 that are watching us show off our 177th best card.
Two Dagos on YouTube just talking about random cards in their
right. Showing off the Gary Sanchez card for like the 500th time on my channel.
Giving John Sterling impressions. Nobody knows John Sterling unless you live in North York here. All right, so here is a card I bought just because I liked the card, I liked the way it looked, I liked the grade. It was high grade, but not too high that it was cost prohibitive. It says 59 Banks, PSA 7.5.
That's it? Only 7.5?
That's it.
No.
Ernie Banks.
Maybe you should be a little embarrassed.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's awesome.
Sorry about that.
You know what's embarrassing is my card. I have a Luis Robert pink refractor in a PSA 10. Once I start showing off modern cards, like at least with the vintage cards, I can kind of hide behind people not really knowing the value of these cards. But
yeah,
when I start to get into Luis Roberts cards, the pink, it's still cool though. Pink, it's pink.
I'm high on Robert. He just hasn't had playing time. He hasn't played, right? So we'll see how the season goes. I think the guy is a potential, stud, but anything can happen, right? But I think so far he's to have the tools. And, they got a card, one of those cards that could shoot up the list rather quickly, depending on how the season plays out.
Or it could be worth $5.
Or it could be worth $5. So you'd be paying for somebody $5 to take it off your
right.
Okay. All right. So, back-to-back Nolan Ryans here coming up. First is the 73 and an 8.
Wow.
Nolan Ryan.
73 and an 8. I got Bo Jackson. Mine is Bo Jackson, 86, in a PSA 10.
I have that card. The Donruss rookies, right?
Yeah.
I have that one. Yeah.
That's a cool card, right?
Nice card. That one in the tops. Bo knows he's getting his ass kicked tonight. I'm just teasing Joe. Okay, so here's the other Ryan. 72.
I own that card, but not in a PSA 8. That's for sure. Mine's in like a 4.
Yeah, that was my target grade for the 70. So I put together Ryan's run, and so I established some boundaries. Okay, let's make. So I think I went through. I think I made it through the 70s, all 8s, and some 9s, maybe. Yeah, mostly 8s, I think. So when I put together his basic run, just the straight tops, start to finish kind of thing. So. Yeah.
So Colin asks, what is the one card that is your white whale and would complete your collection? I don't know if there's any card that would complete my collection.
Never complete.
It's never complete, right? Although I have to say, man, if I were to get a high grade 52 Topps Mantle, that would be the closest thing to completing my. I mean, I could see myself, getting a 52 Topps Mantle, like a nice high grade mantle and just riding off into the sunset.
Where to? You have a mantle. You already have that card. So
I know, but not like Foo's Foo 3112's mantle.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. He always told me, because we've had conversations. He's like, you should sell all of your cards and just put it into like 1 or 2 cards, which is kind of what he did. And I get it. It's just, it's tough to, let go of all these cards have memories for me, and for me to sell them all and then buy one card. It's like, I don't know. What's the fun in that,
Yeah, I posed the question once, would you rather have one $5,000 card or 10 $500 cards? And I picked 10 $500 cards over the one. Although the one $5,000 card probably is going to pay off for you over time, more exponentially, more so.
Right.
But I like to collect. So I like to collect different ones. I'd like to have more. I like to have more stuff. So,
yeah, it's funny because I talk all the time about quality over quantity, but at the same time, just having just putting everything into one card is tough. That's tough. Yeah. That takes a lot of patience, and then you'd have to get rid of you'd have to get rid of all your cards and then just buy one card. I don't know. So anyway.
Well, you could always, I mean, you have an altered, right? So you could always maybe upgrade to like a nice centered 2, right? I mean, sell a couple things at the bottom end, and I don't know. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, ideally, you sell a bunch of cards you don't want.
Yeah, but selling on eBay. So when you sell on eBay now, basically you're going to pocket half of what you sell it for because you combine the 1099, the capital gains on top of the eBay fees. I think you're going to basically, if you sell something for $1,000, you're going to make $500 on that sale.
Yep.
After taxes and fees. So it's like,
right.
Yeah.
Wait, is it my? I think it's my turn actually. This is an interesting card. It's like a short print from 2019 of Acuna. Kind of a cool, kneeling card. It's kind of like I guess it's a refractor of some kind. So anyway, thought this card was pretty cool. 9.5 on that one.
What's that card from again?
It was in 2019 Topps Chrome.
Topps Chrome.
I got it out of a pack, and it was like it's a variation, like a Topps Chrome variation. So
what's it say on there? 10th. What's the?
It says photo variation refractors on knees. Wait, what are you asking about?
Here? What's on the bottom? I'm touching the screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. Is there a number? Is there a number 10 on the bottom left of that card? What's that?
Oh, yeah. I think that's just like an advertisement or something like that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some sort of.
Just on the No, it's not like some special cool thing.
Like stamped on there or something. Okay.
Right.
Speaking of Fu, he went and bought the big Acuna rookie card recently. I don't know if you saw that video, but he got the top Acuna super short print.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? The white jersey?
Oh, nice.
He just showed that. Cool. He just showed that on the video.
Oh, he just showed it. Okay. Yeah. See, he waits and waits and wait. Like, he's not like me buying it like Ernie Witt second years,
Yeah, you got patience. I don't have patience.
If you could have one complete set of cards, what would it be?
Well, I mean, you could say the T206 set, right? I mean, that would be, that's probably, everybody would probably say that.
Right.
Boy, that's a tough one. I don't know. 33 Gaudy? I don't know.
I think I'm with you. It would be the T206 set.
I mean, if you could pick one.
How awesome would it be to have all of the T206 cards? That would be insane. I mean, if you want me to just have the whatever I want, okay, I'll take the T206 set.
I'm wondering if anybody actually has, if there's actually a complete set that somebody owns out there. I don't know. Is there? I mean,
Kevin Jones would go with the 86 Topps.
Yeah, he's
86.
You know why? It's the Vince Coleman rookie that makes it appealing.
Well, no, that's a good point. Coleman.
Boy, what's that? Yeah, I don't know. I'd put some thought. T206. All right, whatever number this is. Hank Aaron, PSA 7.
Nice.
64 Topps.
Juan Soto.
I'll take your Ultramon and I'll raise you another vintage. Actually, this is a familiar card to you.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. One of the first, when I started my march towards mantle.
In a lowly 7.5.
Yeah. And this was purchased by maybe almost 15 years ago. And at the time it was $175. So here 15 years later, it's worth $500. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not really, it seems kind of other cards, it's a Mantle and Mays and Killebrew, right? So it hasn't gone up in value very much, at least not in this grade.
Good. That's why I was able to afford it.
But I could see that changing. You have a 9. 9's a different story. 9's a whole other department of scarcity, and 7.5 is sort of like a mid to high grade. So.
All right, for me, I got the Dwight Gooden. I think you showed off the Puckett, right, from 85. Don Russ a little bit ago?
I did. I have that card too somewhere. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Gooden cards.
Gooden. This is shows off his stats from that rookie year. 2.6 ERA, 276 strikeouts.
17 and 9, I believe, right?
Not bad. Yep, 17 and 9.
Yeah, how about that? Okay. So up next for me is my 62 Roberto Clemente PSA 7.
Woo! Oh, look, that's beauty. All right.
Yeah.
For once, I have something that's like not ridiculous. Davey, no, this is Boss Schmidt. Although you probably never heard of Boss Schmidt before. Let me see. Oh, so I looked him up. I looked this guy up. He was a fighter too. This dude. This guy wanted to fight everybody. This is what I love about these old cards. This is why you got to like buy some T206 cards. So this dude, I looked him up. I didn't know anything about him. I looked him up. He wanted to like fight everyone in the league. He challenged anyone in the like. This is 1910. People are crazy back then. He challenged. He goes to everyone in the league. He goes, "I'll fight anyone in this stupid Major League Baseball, and if you want to fight me, I'll put up $2,000. And if you could beat me, I'll pay you $2,000." That's what this dude said to everyone. Can you imagine today? Like, just some dude, some guy that's like not really that good at baseball being like, "I'll fight anyone in the league."
Yeah. $2,000 in 1910 is like $30 million
right,
for
exactly right. Yeah, like him putting up $2,000, like that's he's not messing around. I guess he also wanted to fight Jack Johnson. Like he was that confident. He wanted to fight like the best of the best. But he was out of it. People back then were just out of their minds. And I love it. It's so fascinating that just people were just crazy back then.
Yeah, it's the wild west.
This guy, yeah. I don't know. He popped his collar. He's like, I'll fight anybody here for $2,000. He probably had he probably didn't even have $2,000.
Did you buy the card because of the story, or did you learn about that? You bought the card.
No, I bought the card, and then and then you just look up these guys, and they're all crazy. They're all crazy. Like I guess he worked in a coal mine, and he was a prize fighter. Like his hands were all messed up because he was a fighter and worked in the coal mines. Like those are the types of players that played back in the early 1900s.
So he was a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He was a boxer.
Yeah, he fought. He beat some like professional boxer.
So this one surprised me when I was like kind of updating it for this show here. It must have been just probably a one-off, but this fell to whatever number this is. It's 94 Topps Gold Ken Griffey Jr. in a 10.
Oh, awesome!
It's the Topps Gold version, so it's you can't see it.
You could barely tell that it's gold.
Yeah, it's just the lettering there. It's stamped gold, right? But it says on that obviously. So
right, but it says it on the PSA holder. So
yeah, so it is a gold, and it has Topps Gold in the corner there. So anyway, that's where this one landed. I guess I was like, whoa. So must be a registry thing.
That's from that period of time where I don't have any cards. From like 94 to like 2005 or like that period. Anyway, Buster Posey. This is a refractor. Number to 199, and check it out. Pristine.
Oh, 10. Oh, BGS 10. Okay.
Yeah, pristine. This is not just regular 10. This is pristine 10. I
have a problem with that, the mint and the pristine mint, and there's actually one grade higher than that, right? The black label.
Yeah,
isn't there like there's like a black label 10 now? It's even higher than that, right?
Right.
Like what the hell is?
Yeah, this one. This one's everything got a 10 except for the edges. The edges got a 9.5. So everything's a 10. It's 1/2 a point away from the black label. And this this might be like a top 100 card if it was a black label, because this is like Buster Posey's rookie refractor It's numbered to 199, right? So,
Hall of Famer, maybe?
I think so. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? All right, we got 10 more cards to go.
We do. Look out!
Yes. You know what? I was actually thinking about picking that card up because I think it's kind of cool.
I would love to.
I think it's kind of cool. I know some people might be like,
he only killed 2 people.
Yeah,
so beyond that, the guy was just a machine on the field. Do you know the reference I'm doing when I say "look out"?
You know what? I guess I don't.
Howard Stern played Fred Soundbites. He played.
Okay.
I guess one time OJ in an interview was asked if he would do oral sex. If he does oral sex on a woman, he's like, "Look out!" That was his response to that. that was a soundbite that Fred plays.
Right. No, I know all about the Fred soundbites.
SGC, my first SGC slab too. Looks good in the slab.
Jeff Davis is a fellow Stern fan. I used to listen to Stern a lot more, but not as much anymore.
He's not the same. He's not the same. I mean, the golden era was the late '90s.
Now he's kind of Hollywood Howard, and it's not as fun.
Yeah, it's not as good. I still listen, but not like I used to.
Right. Me neither. So. All right, this is a card that I just picked up. It's Sadaharu O, 1974 Calby in a PSA 8. Hit 868 home runs. What do you think about that? That's a lot of home runs.
That's a lot of home runs. That's a good card. I thought about Sadaharu O, because of that distinction of being literally the most home runs of anybody in the world.
Right.
I think Rated Rookie just picked up his rookie card.
He did?
I think
did he really?
Yeah, 59 Sadaharu O.
Yeah. I think that's his rookie, 59. I thought about picking it up. I feel like it's too late. I feel like I always find out about things too late.
Yeah.
It was like I discovered the 77 Star Wars cards too late. I discovered it and I had a day to think about it, and then I don't know what it is. I feel like I discover things and then a day later they just explode in value. So is it surprising that Josh all of a sudden gets the 59 Sadaharu O right after I talk about it? Probably.
Nice card.
Yeah, so now it's probably gonna go crazy, that card, over the next couple months. The 59. That was a good pickup by Josh.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool, unique card. You don't see a lot of them. All right, first of 2 Jeters, just the regular tops and a 10, 93.
Very cool. You're I guess I'm next. Mookie, I almost said Mookie Wilson. Mookie Betts, Topps Chrome PSA 10. It's the rookie debut, not the rookie, just the rookie debut.
What is that? A separate set? What is that? Is that come in packs?
Yeah, I got this in a pack. You think I would
get that in a pack?
That's what.
So you could buy it. You can get that in a pack, and also his rookie card in a pack. So there's a rookie and a rookie debut that would come in the same series.
Yeah, I don't know. Why are you asking me so many questions?
I'm trying to understand this modern stuff.
I definitely got it in a pack because I didn't buy it raw. I didn't buy it from somebody else or anything like that. So,
here's the other Jeter. It's the base Bowman. I was just grabbing Jeter's basic rookie cards in 10,
sure.
The Pinnacle, the Stadium, not the SP, but the ones that were not ridiculous.
Yep.
And so there's that.
This is a recent. Just got this back from PSA. Spent over a year in California. This card.
Oh, jeez.
And while it was in California, this actually was a regular Sapphire card. And then while it was in California, it actually became an orange refractor.
What? You didn't know it was orange refractor when you sent it?
No, I did. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. Yeah. They're so long, it turned colors.
Right. It turned colors. It was it got a tan while it was in California. So this one's numbered at 25, 23 of 25.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Low number parallels are all the rage now. People talk about that, right? They talk about, but you know what? At some point, those will become out of reach for a lot of folks, and they'll just go back to the base cards all over again, right? They think, oh, base cards are crap, but it's probably all cyclical, right? People will come back to base.
Cyclical. That's if there's anything I've learned about this hobby is everything is cyclical.
Yeah,
it's crazy. All the base cards that everyone's saying are worthless will go back up in value because they always do.
Yeah. Plus, I think more people will enter the hobby as a result of Fanatics kind of taking over and what they have in mind for marketing and exposure and things like that. So you mentioned a million of one card is insane, but if there's 2 million collectors that want it, it's kind of hard to find.
Now, Kyle Lewis in a PSA 8, that may not have any hope.
You can put your drink on that so you don't get the stain on the desk. So I had to pull a raw card for this video. A raw card.
Mike says my collection sucks and Vince's is great. I kind of agree with you.
Come on. Thank you, baseball collector, for the kind words. I actually appreciate his non-biased and objective opinion. He's actually mentioned me before, just out of nowhere. I'm like, whoa, okay. He's made a video talking about, I think, you and myself.
Did he give you a vote for the Hall of Fame?
Boy, I didn't. I got like 20. I can't believe all the people that voted for me because I was like, oh, what? Because I only watched a few videos. I think he did.
Yeah,
he must have
got votes from somewhere. I don't know where you got the vote. Like I gave you a vote, but I don't know if any, where you got the other votes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, whoa. I think so. I mean, let's put it, he voted for me like back in August. When he made some video about one of his favorite baseball colors or something. So why not? If he says that, I think he probably voted for me.
Well, it's tough. So. You can only vote for 10, so it's
Yeah. There's like 100 people in that thing, isn't there? I mean, there's like 120 people in the YouTube Hall of Fame, something like that. A lot.
I don't know. I got inducted like first ballot, so.
Yeah, I know. I think I voted. Yeah, I voted for you back then too. There's like 50 total people that voted in year one. So the first raw card, it's like one of those things. Like, all right, why would you buy? Well, it's Anthony Volpe, Bowman Chrome Auto.
Oh, nice. Oh, dude, that's a good pickup.
Maybe $60 back in June.
Yeah, it's probably worth a lot more than that now.
This has been selling like in the 5 to 8 range, depending on the day of the week, I guess.
Wow, that's awesome. And raw too, huh?
It's a raw, which will You
think about getting it graded or no?
Oh yeah. I'm in no rush to get it graded, but as I said, when PSA opens their local facility, I'll go that route.
Absolutely.
So
that's awesome.
Stay in the top load now.
Okay. All right, so we got Don Drysdale rookie in a PSA 6. This is kind of an ugly card. No? What do you think? I mean, it's not.
It's like, yeah. Like, what? Hey, Don, what? Like,
whoa.
Pitcher. Thanks, Don.
Imagine that's your rookie card.
Oh, I've seen some real, that's a whole other video. That's a whole other video you can make. Dopey looking rookie cards. So this is a twofer, this next one. This is one card, but I have 2 of them.
Okay.
It is Roger Clemens, 85 Donruss, both 10s. Now, I bought 110, and then when I was trying to fill out a PSA sub, last time I did it, it was like you get 15 subs with the membership.
Yep.
And so I remember I had bought an 85 Donruss factory set years ago, and then I quickly looked at a few of the cards. Oh, the Clemens looks good. I'll send that in, and I got a 10.
Yep. Wow.
So that's why I have 2. I really don't buy 2 of anything.
Right.
But I bought one, and I later sent one in and also got a 10. So
I'm sure that's how I'm going to end up with a second Tony Gwynn 83 tops and a 10 because I just bought one raw. I'm sure it'll come back as a 10.
They all come back 10s when you buy them raw on the wild.
All right. Next card for me is this T206 Tom Downey. I mean, it's a Piedmont. Pretty nice. Look at that. That's a nice looking 5.
Yeah, you got a lot of these high grade I was thinking, I mean, what do you have, like a dozen or so of these cards or more?
Yeah, something like that. Every once in a while you got like I just like the way that, especially a card that looks like this, like in a 5 or like 5-6 range. I like the 5 and 6 range of the commons, especially like it's cool. Like these cards, 1910. This is over 100 years old, and I think it looks fantastic for a 5.
Yeah,
like,
those are
my. I just love. It's either I'll pick up like a great, like a Walter Johnson, or a common guy where it's like a high grade, So anyway.
Well, that common costs as much as the Walter did when you bought that. Like those commons aren't cheap.
No, they're not cheap anymore. I probably won't be able to get a lot more of those for cheap.
You're not gonna start the registry set for that?
No.
No.
Put that set together.
I think it's my only. Oh no, this was my.
Mike says he voted for Vince as former commissioner. Mike counts as 10. Oh, that's why you got in.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I was wondering because I was like, "There's no way you got enough votes," but apparently, because he's commissioner, his vote counts for 10. So he single-handedly got you in.
I have no business being in something that's called the Sports Card Hall of Fame. Okay, so I mean, I'm grateful for however I got in, illegally or otherwise. So here is not a rookie card, but it's his first Sapphire. It's the Juan Soto 2019 Topps. It's my Sapphire Soto in a 10.
That's a good pickup.
So, really cool card. Again, it's the rookie cup, right? Yep. So, but it's not his rookie card. He didn't have a Sapphire. This is his first Sapphire card.
Right. Yeah. No, that. I think you pointed that out. That's like he doesn't have a rookie Sapphire card. So that's basically his rookie. Like if you want to be technical about it, that's his first Sapphire card, right?
Sapphire card and the rookie cup logo had some little added,
All right. So this next card has some significance for me. Because at 165, so this is interesting because 10 years ago, I would have had this card as number 1. 10 years ago, that's how much my collection. So now you're sitting pretty. You're like, oh, I got a great collection, but I've been able to like card has gone from 1 to 165 in 10 years. So you can imagine. 10 years from now, if we do another one of these, we reset, you might be in trouble because this was number 1 for me. Like 10 years ago, this probably would have been number 1 for me.
Is that what I'm doing over here? What was that impression? Was that me?
Hey, look at my, I don't know, whatever. I got a Hank Aaron rookie at a PSA 8 is number 175.
No, dude, yeah.
I'm just
little hyperbole.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But yeah, this card was my number 1 card growing up, and it came back as a 3.5, but it was Ted Williams. Growing as a kid, I was like, oh my god, a Ted Williams from 55, but even the back is like way off center. But yeah. So anyway, this is kind of cool that it's now my 165th. I have it as 165 in my collection. And 10 years ago, I feel like it was around 10 years ago because I remember like when I first like kind of got back in, like 2011 Topps Update was like brand new. I remember getting like 2011 Topps Update, like one of those blaster boxes you get at Target. It was like one of the first boxes I opened like in a long time. I remember opening that in my car while eating McDonald's.
Nice.
And then I remember I got the Trout, and then I gave it away in an epic giveaway, which is bad.
Yeah, the BVG 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled that out of a pack in, a box in a Target parking lot.
Boy, 10 years ago. I mean, honestly, my collection was, I don't know what my best card was 10 years ago. Probably one of probably a mantle from the 60s and like a whatever great, as I was building that collection out. But I mean, most of my stuff I've acquired in the last, say, 10 years.
Oh, all right.
I would, most of my bigger stuff, right? So
yeah, no, absolutely. It's cool to see, and this is the awesome part of, just over time, taking your time and just adding to your collection. And it's like, it's crazy to have this at 165 for me. It's just insane. Diamond Yard Sports Cards says that Ted rocks. That's awesome. Yes, I agree. I'm not sure anyone could give you a definitive number on the 206 cards in the set. Is that the T206?
It's like 512, but then there's 4 that don't. No one can own probably, so it's like 508 or something like that, right? Like the master set.
206.
Yeah, the master set includes the Honus, the McGee, the Plank, and there's something else I think. But then that's so unattainable for most people. Right. They have there's another sort of, you take those 4 out of there, and there's another sort of okay, there's a set that you could collect kind of thing.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah, but if I'm saying the set, I gotta have everything.
Yeah. A ripped Honus just sold for $500,000 something, one ripped in half. You see that auction?
Yeah, and maybe I'm crazy, but I think that was a good deal. I do. I think you got a good deal for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it's like $500,000. He paid $500,000. It's a T206 Wagner.
If you could drop that kind of money on a card like that, then that kind of money isn't a big deal to you.
Right. I thought it was cool too. I don't know if you saw, but it was number 2. It was the PSA's second card they ever graded, which was kind of
cool. Right. Yeah, the first one was the Gretzky McNall.
Right.
The trimmed.
Right. The T206. I was thinking I thought you were saying the first card was a Gretzky card. I was like,
no, the famous Honus.
Right. The T206 Gretzky McNall. Yeah.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. Ewing, yes. Patrick Ewing, rookie card, 86 Fleer, PSA 9.
Nice. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Was he in the news recently, Patrick Ewing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Something happened with him, doing something. I don't know. I forget what it was about.
I do not know that.
Yeah, so. I do not know. All right, 72 OPG in a PSA.
Yeah, that's a nice card.
Yeah, pick this up. Yeah. Again, these cards are not too as expensive as you'd think, and the OPG is obviously really rare. So I love this card. This is a weird, this is such a 70s card, isn't it?
It's 72
could have been made in the 70s.
Yeah,
it's so bright and just in your face. It's almost it's really ugly, but also beautiful at the same time.
It's the most 70s of the 70s card sets.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, where are we down? My last 3 cards here tonight. Okay, I got the John Elway rookie PSA 9.
I like it.
John Elway.
Benji Bronk, which obviously he's a Howard Stern fan. Is that actually Benji Bronk?
No.
Is he saying that?
No.
So is he saying that I'm God, or is he saying something is he saying?
He's saying you are God.
Is he saying Silverkackify is God?
And I am nothing more than a disciple.
72 is just awesome, and that OPG Say Hey is a great pickup. Thanks. I think so.
I agree.
Patrick has Georgetown going in the wrong direction. Can't win to save his life. What? I didn't understand this. Joe, can you put Yankees hat in a Steiner recliner? What's he talking about?
Can you put Yankees hat guy Steiner recliner.
Do you have any idea what he's talking about? He's got a picture of Kobe in his profile pic.
I don't know.
All right.
No.
Anyway, moving on. Bobby Thompson, not his rookie, but a PSA 8. Bobby Thompson.
High grade 51 Bowman.
Yep.
No, 52 Bowman.
52 Bowman, yeah.
52 Bowman.
52 Bowman. Number 2. It's the second card in the set. And do you remember what he did? What did Bobby Thompson do?
He ate 44 hot dogs in 17 minutes. No, yeah. He stole 3 bases in 1 inning. No?
Did he?
No.
No.
He hit a home run or something that people heard pretty loud.
He hit 1 home run in his entire career. He hit 1 home run.
One and done, son.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh. He says Patrick is Georgetown's coach. Is he? That would explain. That would make the Georgetown question thing.
Oh,
more sense.
Is he the coach there? The head coach?
I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is Benji Blanc thinks that I'm a god, so that's the most important part.
A lot of people might agree with that sentiment.
What is it? Why is everyone saying wrestling move?
I don't know. What are you drinking, by the way? Are you reading these comments correctly?
This is an old fashioned, or was it old fashioned?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what they're saying. How many are in the chat still?
We got 57 in the chat.
57. Where the hell was everybody earlier? We're at the end of the line here.
West Coast.
Larry Walker tops Tiffany 10.
Nice.
Rookie.
That's an ugly set too, huh? The 1990 tops.
Hideous set. But I bought this pre-Hall of Fame induction because I kind of knew he would get in.
Yep.
And I was looking at this for the Bowman. I like this better than the Bowman Tiffany. Even though I think the Bowman Tiffany is a little rarer, a little more rare.
Okay.
I like this. I think so, but I like this one better.
Oh, so by the way, they're saying the Steiner recliner is a wrestling move.
Oh.
So let me go back to the comment because I'm trying to understand it. He's saying, Joe, can you put Yankees hat guy, I'm assuming that's you, in a Steiner recliner?
What does that look like?
Do I
want to be in that? Do I want to be in that recliner?
I don't think you do. I don't think you want to be in a Steiner recliner.
I don't know.
I do not know. All right. Next up is Frank Hogan, Gowdy, and a PSA 8. PSA 8, yeah. I was like, is that real? I really have a PSA 8 of a 1935 card? Yes, I do. 1934 Gowdy, Frank Hogan. So what do you think? Is this a PSA 8?
Looks good to me, but then again, I got 2 cameras that's passing through, right? So I believe I trust the grade. That's nice. I mean, that's gleaming white. Look at it, right out of a pack.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I mean, so the how many PSA 8s of those are floating around?
Hogan. I know. I just thought it was so cool, and I've never owned a 34 Gowdy, and it's got like the little Lou Gehrig says on the bottom. I don't know. I was like, this is an opportunity to own like a high grade pre-war card. And so I picked it up. You may notice I'm cheating a little bit, which I said I wouldn't, but I'm showing off some of my newest pickups as my 162nd, 161st cards.
You padded your list here.
Yeah, my 161 is a total cheat move by me, and you already know what it is.
Well, here's mine. I'm going to finish with a Lawrence Taylor rookie and a PSA 9.
Nice. That's awesome.
LT.
Yeah, I've been wanting to. I have like a low grade version of that card, but he he may be the greatest football player of all time.
Well, that's a reach, but too bad it's such an ugly card, with the. I mean,
he's pretty good. I think we lost Vince. Can you guys still hear me? I think we lost Vince all of a sudden. All right. I guess I'll show off my my last card is 161 Harmon Killebrew, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle in a PSA 9. Can you guys hear me okay? So Brian Jean Mayer, what's up? That's kind of an interesting profile pic, Brian. Let's see. They cut his feed when he disparaged LT. They probably did. Oh, there he is.
My battery died on my computer, so.
Oh, all right. I think Carlisle said that they cut your feed when you disparaged LT.
Yeah.
I was saying he's the greatest player of all time, and I think you disagreed with that, and so they cut your feed.
I saw them. Are you kidding me? What? I think my battery just died like that. So, sorry. Thank God for the cell phone, so I can set this up. But anyway, at least it waited till number whatever the last card is on the.
Yeah, we were on the last card anyway. Joe only bought that Gaddy so he could say Schmaltz, Schneider, and Shanty. There was somebody that asked me recently about it. Let's say that there's a strike this season. Do you think? What do you think the impact that's going to have on prices of cards?
Not good, and it'll be a good buying opportunity for everything.
Do you think it let's say it's delayed? Do you think that would do anything?
Temporarily. I mean, what the hell do I know? I can't. I temporarily. But I think if there's any sort of, and I don't think there will be. I think they're going to hash it out finally. Next week. It sounds like they're really going to get their shit together. But I think if there is something that goes down negatively, I think it'd be possibly a good time to buy things, right? I think card values will drop, but I think they'll recover too as soon as things start back up again, if there is a delay to the season. But
right, so I guess my thought on it is similar to that, but I think that the longer that this goes on, the better it's going to be for vintage, or in a way, like vintage cards will continue to kind of go up a little bit. It's going to hurt modern cards. But, if they cancel the season this year, it would be devastating.
Yeah,
it really would. I don't know what it would do. It's hard to tell what it would do to the prices of baseball cards, but I can't imagine it being good. I'm assuming that modern cards are pretty big hit. But again, like you said, great. It's weird. It's like, is it really bad? Like maybe that's good. That means prices will come down, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it'll get to that point. I mean, I think spring training is going to be delayed here. They said a little bit, but I think they're going to work it out. I think the owners could end it right now. They can negotiate all this stuff while they get ready for the season. You know what I'm saying? So this is all bullshit. And of course, well, if the owners in the lockout and the players could strike, I don't think the players are going to strike. So
right.
It's just like, come on, just get it done. I think they will, but geez, they have all this time to work on this, and they just kind of like,
Right. I guess the two big issues are luxury tax and, getting young players paid. It's hard for me to focus because you're like.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I can't figure this out.
All right. We'll wrap it up. Let me just read a couple comments. So Sandy said, keep up the hilarious videos, Silver Jacks. I will, Sandy. I got a video about doing my Gavin Lux card that I sold for -$5. So hopefully people like that. They're saying that you're orange now. So you were red before you're orange. So even though you won the Smackdown, in some ways you lose because
I'm losing in life.
Because you're going from like red to orange to like who knows what next color you'll be.
You know, I just make this in my kitchen next time, like the first one, because I think that one like normal there, and I think I used my phone at the time too. So I don't know. Sorry, man.
No, that's
I don't know where the hell the damn camera is. I'm gonna keep covering
up.
it up.
Are you buying the PSA 10 Franco? So I bought 2 boxes, 2 hobby boxes. Are you buying any hobby boxes? 2022 series 1?
No. There's somewhat no. There's a bazillion of those. I mean,
don't you have to buy a box? Don't you want to own any 2022 stuff? No?
I will buy singles of some things, maybe like the Bo Jackson 87 throwback auto numbered to 50 that I like a lot from this year.
Nice. All right. That works too.
I'd rather buy that than buy a hobby box.
Right. No, I don't blame you. They were going for $80 a piece on Topps' website, so I got 2 of them. Yeah. Why do you say geez?
It's like $80 for a hobby box now. My God.
Yeah, I know. Well, can't hash things out when they meet for 15 minutes at a time like last week. I just recollect how heavy-handed the owners were during the Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Great cards, fellas. Thank you, Brian. I thought we were going to 1611. Yeah, we're almost there. So
no, you know what? He's referring to you have you want to use an exclamation point in the title. You have like cards whatever to 1611, but you meant to say 16. Yeah, you should have put an exclamation point where there's a 1, the second one.
Oh, all right, gotcha. I got it. The foil boardman. What's that?
The foil boardman.
Maybe they're saying that you're like a foil boardman. I got to go read about Boss Schmidt. Yeah, Boss Schmidt is awesome. Like, can you imagine if there was some guy like today that just challenged all other baseball players to a fight? I just love that. The title, yes. If I ever see a guy on second to start extra innings again, I'm dumping everything. Watch out for Alex Benalis, my boss's son, crushing it so far in the mind. Oh, that's his boss's son. Nice. All right, man. Any last words? You killed it again, man. Your collection's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Last words. I got a lot of cards left in those cases, so if you want to keep it going, leave it. Like I said, leave it up to you, and I'll show up another box full of goodies, and we'll go from there. So. Nice.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'm sure there'll be another Smackdown coming your way sometime soon, and I will talk to you later.
Later, fellas. Hey, take care.